Okay, hello, this is Tim back with Bathylogger. Today we're gonna make a video of the Hydromagic Quick Start Guide. It's up on our website. It is, it's under support. You scroll down, we have all your user manuals, a lot of support documents. And this is where under Hydromagic, this link goes right to the Hydromagic website. You have the full user manual. But here's our quick start guide. So we include this with the Hydromagic, and it works great, but I'm gonna go through things in a video. Maybe it'll make it a little easier for everyone. So I'll just put that down and we'll see what happens. So what we're going to do today is we're going to bring a GPS and an echo sounder into Hydromagic. That's pretty much what most people will be doing. So today I have a RTK faucet GPS receiver. It doesn't matter which one you have. You can bring it in via Bluetooth, serial USB cable, doesn't matter. So what I would do today, I'm going to do this one Bluetooth. So the first thing you would do is go to your Bluetooth. And as you can see, it's already paired. It's not connected, but it's paired. I paired it already. After it's paired, you would go to your device manager. That's why I use it so much. I have the shortcut on my desktop. So right here, it'll say standard serial over Bluetooth link COM10, serial over Bluetooth COM11. I don't know which one it is. We're gonna go with the first one. I like to cool term. This is another little terminal program. It's my tester program. If I'm not sure if something's working, I open it in cool term. So I'm gonna start with this. It's gonna be COM10. We'll start with the first one. I'm pretty sure this is 57.6 baud rate. 8 none and 1 is standard. Okay, hit connect. There we go. We have a NEMA, GGA, GSV, GST, so it's working good. Done. Disconnect that. I'm gonna close it because I'm gonna open it for the next item. Next thing we have up is the echo sounder. So I plugged in that serial to USB. I'm gonna go USB. So I'm gonna go back to device manager. I'm gonna look. So all of these were there. Anything new that pops up, USB serial COM14. Okay. Let's go right back to cool term. I like to just test to make sure my gear is working before I even, get on with it. So options, COM14, 9600. Okay. Let's hit connect. Okay. $ SDDP. Depth below transducer, NEMA, we're good. I like it. So I'm gonna disconnect that. Now I'm good to go. Don't save. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up Hydromagic. And this is pretty much where we would start in Hydromagic. I already have a separate video on how to make a border and how to download a map. So we're going to skip that. We're not gonna do that. I showed you where the user manual is, so I'm going to jump right in. If I was going to do a new project, usually I name the project of the lake I'd be doing, right? Folsom Lake or part of the lake. Then we're going to go project location. That is fine. Map projection. A lot of surveyors use state plane and they'll break it up. I mean, we're in zone 2, California. That's what I'm going to use. The description, surveyor is me, Tim, and I will create. So now at least we started a job. So the first thing we would do is set up our hardware. That's the first thing we probably want to do is We go to options, preferences. This is a key screen. This has a lot of, we're going to delete these. If there's anything from your previous job, I always like to start fresh. So units, survey metric foot, yes. Okay, we're gonna stick with that. You always check this. I've logged jobs in meters, wanted it in feet. I usually do meters, but you always want to check that. Devices. So what are we doing? We have just a GPS and an echo sounder. We add. We'll start with the echo sounder. Okay, what was that? It was add. It's right here. Hydromagic NMEA plugin number 1. Okay. If we remember, we're going to do the echo sounder. COM 14 was the echo sounder. The baud rate is 9600. 8 under 1. Hit OK. It's a green check mark. If I highlight it and go down to here at the monitor, it's like another terminal parameter. I could have done this earlier. I just wanted to show you the other terminal program, because I like to isolate things once in a while and use that separately. So we are going to add another one. We're going to do the NEMA plugin number 2, because now we already confirmed it's COM 10. So we know it was 57.6. I'm gonna hit OK and green check mark. Let's check the data. Okay, I have a NEMA. So the string's good. So we have our hardware. 2 green check marks. It is good. So basically from here, I hit OK. From here, we're ready to a couple other screens. Right here, I have the project manager, which is you're gonna, as you go, you'll see you'll have raw data. You see the position coming in and the depth. The depth's just sitting right here on the desk, so it's wrong. But it will actually give you, if you have GSA and GSV, it'll actually give you your accuracy. So everything's looking good there. Oh, and the other video with the download the map, I showed how to make a border. Also, I showed how to set up survey lines. So if you were to go on a boat, you're in a big area, you can set up your survey lines. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause. I'm going to open up a new data set that has data already logged, and then we're going to finish and go on from there. So right now, all that we would do is if we got down to the lake, whether you're in a Bathycat, you're on a boat, what we would do is you'd hit record sounding, okay? Raw 1 is recording right now. See that? So we're recording, and then if I ever wanted to pause, I could pause, and I could unpause. When I'm done with that line, I could stop it. Typically, yeah, if you have a big area, you break it up into sections. So, if any data is lost, your whole data set's not lost. Or if anything is wrong, you left a cap on the GPS, on the echo sounder. Things happen. So it's a good idea to break it up like that. Okay, we're back. So this is a data set customer performed, and I just think it's a pretty thorough data set. So I just chose this to use. So remember, the preferences map is pretty important. It's where you're going to check everything and make sure everything is all your offsets and your units are here. And this one was done in meters. So RTK, you're going to check that box. Use real-time RTK. You're going to have a offset height from the bottom of the GPS to the water. Okay, you're gonna have and then you're gonna have a separate offset from the water line to the bottom of the transducer. So those are 2 offsets that are gonna go in when you use RTK, and we'll get to that more. So here's a full data set. He has a background map. Maybe he could have got a little more, but he trimmed it up a lot. Nice. I've had other jobs where I have a huge map and I can't get it to move. So there's so much, it's so large that it just, makes it hard to process the data. So a lot of times I'll move to a desktop that's more powerful. So as you see, he did great job. Um, the survey lines, tons of survey lines. He did this with the Bathycat manually, and there's just so much data. He did a great job, both directions. This was a sediment survey. We wanted to see what was going on. So I went through earlier. I mean, he had a whole bunch of raw data files. So what happens when you're done? Usually, you might start, stop, start, stop. He did a lot of different. He split this up into a lot of different files. I found a few that were empty. If you find some that are empty, you can delete them. Just get rid of the file. So, but we have a ton of data. We have for this particular map. We won't really. I wouldn't use a border on this. Why? Because he did the whole. He was doing the whole lake. So the lake is the border. So it's. Yeah, it's something like that where I would just, but other jobs, when you're doing a part of something or it overlaps with other stuff where you had a lot of data overlapping and you just want this area, I like to use a border a lot of times. So, borders, as we learned in the other one, boundaries. Boundaries are down here. So add a boundary. I went into that in the other video. So, okay, so we have all this raw data. What do we do next? What we're going to do is we're going to edit it. So what we do is I go up and I we'll go to Tools, Generate Soundings. So what do we say? Raw data, conversion tool. Yes, we're going to do this. I chose all the raw data. I'm going to start editing from the original files. Okay, select all, hit next. Since this was already processed, it's asking me, you sure you want to redo it? Yes. Okay. And one of, he used RTK. So he's going to use, he used RTK for the, and as a tide correction. So since you used it, yes, check RTK. We're going to go next. You can add your sound velocity in here, or you could have already done it in the Bathylogger software. You do not change both. So if this was we're down in Florida, it's 80-degree fresh water, it might be up around 1545. So I'll go next. Okay. So that was it. It's making me put a whole correction file in, but I'm going to skip that right now. So now, next thing we're going to do is filtering the data is pretty much the most important part of one of the great tools, I should say. So what I like to do is, so in surveying, if you've done it, you realize some days, some ponds, swamps, lakes, you'll just get great data. Sometimes you have to clean a lot of data. I like to filter, so you get a lot of zeros. You could get zeros. So we're going to filter out anything less than 0.3 meters. And then I know this lake was not over, this lake was not, I don't know how deep it was, but I don't think it was over 30 meters, but that's even really deep. So I think it was 20, but we'll see. I'm going to put 20 meters. We didn't use a low frequency. We used a high. So we will apply. Now we get to the edit echograms. So this is where you can edit individual. So if I zoomed in, it looks very individual points. This data is pretty good. I'm gonna be honest, it's pretty good data. I mean, there could be some. I'm gonna right click on the mouse. you do that, and then you come up here, and I could clean some points. This one right here for sure. That's called a flyer right there. Look at it, it's just a spike. But there's spikes here and there, and you can clean them. And you know, and that's what you're supposed to do. Okay. We go through the data is not that bad. This is this data set. I know before, if you zoom in on it, it is like this is probably this is a spike. Okay. I wouldn't get too ticky tacky here, but it's overall. You use these to go through, and you can take out any anomalies of data here. So it's 9 meters and weird. So yeah, so you can go through all the data files. We're just going through. You can see spikes. You see when there's garbage. To be honest, you could just see it. I could blow it up a little bit more, and then I can go this way. You want to bring it back, or I want to bring it in, and you could see little spikes. And you could show. I'm just trying to show you guys how to clean data. Sometimes data is perfect, but I'm just going through each file. See that? Now that might look like really bad because it's all scrunched in one screen. It's a large data set, but when you zoom it in, it's not really that bad. These are different data sets. So when you zoom them in, this thing seemed like it went from deep to shallow. Deep, he keeps going from this is the side, this would be one side, this might just be one of those little channels, gets deeper, goes back, then he goes back the other way, gets deeper. So it might look weird, but this is normal. Whenever you're in a canal or you're crossing so you're starting at this is probably near the shoreline. He's out towards the middle, back to the other side. Turns around on that shoreline, goes deep, comes back. So that's what you're looking at here. So we're going through all the data. That's a really weird, bad data set. It's probably good to even see it. It's almost unbelievable. It's like it's either like nothing or real depths. Nothing or real depths. This file I might even throw out. I don't even know. I would almost maybe throw out that whole raw data file. So I'm gonna keep looking through. Yeah, this would be pretty spiky here. I would get rid of that. Maybe some of those. I'm gonna go moving on right along. Trim out all that. Trim out that. So this is cleaning data. This is part of the job. So we're gonna keep going through. Okay, let's just say I'm all done. I've done that part. We edit the echogram, edit positions. You could edit the position of each. Normally you won't have to do that, okay? So this is other tools. Okay, apply offsets. Echo sounder offset. You could put it right here. So the depth and high, if it was a typical, bl200, it might be 0.1 of a meter, and that would be the offset of that, okay? So I put that in the echo sounder offsets, and that is, what's that? I don't know what that is, and oh, it didn't take because there's no, I can't get to the bottom of the screen here. Right. I'm just going to. Okay, so we got that. We're table editor. I'm not a big fan. It's hard to edit data when so you can go through each file and you can actually just look at the as just a depth value. Post processing with PPK, adjust latency. We're not gonna have any of that. If you have For some reason, I have to have a time adjustment that you have to do. And if you had any other sensors here, you could calibrate those. So I'm going to hit OK, hit next, and we are going to finish soundings, calculate every soundings every 1 second. I like to calculate, there we go. We're going to do a calculate sounding for every position. There we go. Hydro there for map, do not warn, okay, do not warn about the overrides and files. Okay, we'll finish this, and there we go. So now we have sounding files. So back, the next thing I would do, we see the survey lines. We don't really need the soundings on there. We're going to, we need some colors though. We need to get some color maps. So you would use click here. You would add a color set name. I just named it Bethany. I closed. We're gonna do auto. Let's just do auto colors here, and then we'll see minimum depth. You could start at 0. There's nothing wrong with that. Maximum depth is going to be so. Okay, so I mean, if I was looking correctly before, there was like 12, 13. Let's just 14 meters max. So let's say minimum depth is 0. Let's just say the maximum depth was 14. Let's do an interval of every, a lot of times, let's do an interval every 0.5. Let's just see what happens, okay? 0.5 meter. Let's see. We have a lot of color. I always like to keep the shallows red and the deeps blue. And I'm gonna hit OK. Okay. I'm gonna hit OK. I'm gonna hit the matrix, and we are going to matrices. We are going to generate a matrix. Select. We're gonna do all of them. Okay. Boundaries none. Is it okay? Let's hit OK. Yes. Let's check it out. Okay. There's our matrix. We have all our depths, and okay, so we fixed our colors. I saw some pretty deep depth, so I altered this. I went in and made it 18 meter max, 0.6, and we're looking good on that. So we're going to remake the matrix here. Tools, generate matrix. We're going to use all the soundings, okay. Boundaries, none. High frequency, matrix spacing, hit okay. Do you want to overwrite? Yes. So that is that. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to remove the sounding images right now. I'm going to zoom it in, and what I like to do on this thing, I like to display in the lower right hand corner. I guess we can't really see it, but row height. There we go. Okay, we have the north up. So here we go. We see it's pretty interesting to see where all the sediment is accumulating. It's kind of low in the middle. Over here, it's very deep. Can actually get very deep over here. So and it seems to be accumulating more towards the shore, and everything's good there. We can. I'm gonna open up the matrix. I'm gonna right click on that. We'll generate some contours here. Let's just use Folsom Lake, AutoCAD, output file. Is this let's put Folsom. Save. Okay. Contour smoothing, we'll do level 5. Ignore shapes less than 1 meter. Use configured color ranges. Use the following levels. Separate now. Okay, let's just check it out. Let's just see how it goes. You could always tweak this stuff. You could, change the smoothing or. Okay. What do we have here? This is interesting. Very interesting. So what I see is a lot of peaks in here. Now, they might be real. It might just be where, sediment accumulated or it was dropped in. We don't know. This is was like a more of a tailings pond. So, or it could have been that one data set that I did not like before. And to tell you honestly, I would like to go back and find that one and so I would redo the soundings. So I would, and I've done it many times before. I'll come in here, I'll right click, I'll remove all soundings, and then I'll go back, take my, raw data, I'll go to, tools again, generate soundings. I mean, I unload the matrix. I do it all the time. I'll unload the matrix, unload the contours, and as long as you have the raw data, you're good to go. So that's, the more you play around and you use it, it's doing single beam. It's pretty simple. Hydromagic's a lot in the beginning, but when you really look at it, there's not that many options. It's a powerful tool. Like you can then take, a pre and a post dredge, and you can get water volumes and sediment volumes, and you could, as I said, we touched on survey lines if you have a big area with the survey, with the view, with the left right indicator, with the instruments. There's just so much you can do with this. So I hope I hope everyone learned something, and I'm always learning on this. So thanks a lot.